Hello and welcome back to Let Supreme Ghost Thief. Today it's time to play another DRK entry, A Better Tomorrow, from 2012. This is the ultimate goal. This is the mission that I wanted to play. But it's based on the map for Greenbay, so that's why we did Greenbay last. This was released for the 2012 Halloween contest, I believe. I'm not sure how it did. I don't think it won. I can't remember what mission won that contest. Maybe it was a Vanishing Point included in that contest. I can't remember. I don't think I've played any other missions from that contest, to be honest with you. But yeah, so this is a horror-based mission. It's actually in black and white, except for the menu here, but the mission itself is in black and white, and that adds to the atmosphere. And although it uses the same map as Greenbay, at least largely, it doesn't feel redundant at all because of the setting and because of the color, use of color here. So yeah. The next mission we're going to do is going to be Lost in the Far Edges by Solitaire. And both A Better Tomorrow and Lost in the Far Edges have never been reported on before as being ghosted. And after that, we are... there's a couple more missions, 2 more missions that have never been ghosted for Thief 1 and 2 that I'm planning on doing. So I haven't made a 100% decision on if I'm going to do all the prequels to those or not. We'll see. But anyway, that's for another day. So next is going to be Lost in the Far Edges. But let's go to a new game. There's no briefing. So the only objectives we have as the current standing are these. Listen to the Victrola to understand what's going on. You've been stuck in the sewers for the past few days. Even though it's dangerous, you must find your way out to Greenbay Quarter. You're starving and a long trip awaits you. Find at least 7 bags of food and water supplies. You must leave the city at all costs. Reach the docks southwest from Greenbay Quarter. Once there, you should find a boat to Markham's Isle. So there's no loot objective, but there is loot in the mission. We can actually find all the loot for Supreme and take it all. But we have to take 1 bust. And it's a bust even to Ghost. So, and that's actually going to come very early in the playthrough. And there are 10 bags of food in total. You can get all 10 bags if you want to. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take 7. And we are going to get a bonus objective when you find all the loot, actually. And there's 1 more objective too that we will be able to check off. This mission was released just after, about a month after the release of New Dark. But it wasn't made for New Dark. So it was made in Old Dark and then never actually converted to New Dark. So this is still considered an Old Dark mission, even though the release date was after.
It all started a few days ago. Rumors of a plague devastating the land. But it was something else. Something worse. Things came from beyond Craig's Cleft Mountains. Even the keepers were clueless as to their nature. Nothing could stop them. The city as I knew it is no more. My friends, Basso, Artemis, and the keepers, everyone is gone. I found my way through most of the city's quarters thanks to sewers, canals, and various access tunnels. My plan is to reach the Mechanist complex on Markham's Isle. It should be safe there. But right now I've got a big problem. One of these things has me cornered in this room. I've been here for 2 days. I have no more supplies, and I've tried all of my tools and weapons to no effect. It knows I'm here. It's just waiting, patiently. Waiting for me to move. Greenbay Quarter is nearby. I know there is access to the city docks if I head southwest. Once there, I'll find a boat. But first, I'll need to find food and water. The horrible screams emanating from the surface have stopped for now, and I haven't seen the creature for a while. It's time for me to get going. I've got to chance it. I've got no options left. All I can do for now is find my way out of the city and hope for a better tomorrow.
Nice title drop there at the end. So yeah, we start in our little sort of secluded hideaway here, and we can't read anything. But the food and water supplies are come in bags like this, and I think it's kind of a nice touch that now there is a bag, but it's flattened, so it's empty, so we're running out of food. This isn't loot back here. The loot is very difficult to see in this version when it's black and white, because normally the color of the loot stands out. So in this room you have 3 moss arrows up here, which we don't need. If you open this, you will end up finding 6 more moss arrows. No, sorry, there are 6 moss arrows in the ceiling. And in this you have 8 more bronnet arrows, 3 rope arrows, a noisemaker arrow, 8 flares, and a healing potion. Now we're going to need a rope arrow, but I don't want to take all of that equipment. You're not supposed to pick up unnecessary items. And we can find a single rope arrow later on, so I'm not going to need a rope arrow until I get to that. So I'm going to leave this be. We have no weapons, but we have a compass and our lockpicks, and we're going to lead our lockpicks to get going here. Here we go. So there are some sounds. There's a very good use of sound in this mission to sort of frighten you. And we're going to meet some fairly nasty beasts, some hellhounds or whatever you want to call it. Now when we... Yeah,
that can't be good.
When we move through here, the lights go off. Now, is that a Supreme bust? You're not supposed to remove any light sources. It's just a scripted event as a part of the story. So that is not what the rule is supposed to prevent here. So it's a little bit different when you take loot, because you can choose not to take the loot item. Plus, we've also argued that objectives that are light sources are allowed to be taken, because it's a unavoidable consequence. This is also an unavoidable consequence of simply playing the mission. So I didn't do anything besides walk past the point, so I'm not going to count that as a bust. Come to some kind of flooded basement. Here's some sounds here. So those are just ambient sounds. Okay. There, we saw one of those beasts. That's just to sort of scare you at this point. Sorry if I'm sniffling a little bit. Got a cold, so hopefully you don't hear too much of that. So here we get to a locked gate.
A dead end. Wonderful. Looks like I'm going to have to get power to this door in order to get it to work.
So this lever doesn't work here right now. So we're going to have to find a way to operate that. Over here is a, looks like a fuse box of some sort for the highlights. Here is some kind of janitor's workshop office area. And there is a readable. I'm tired of this job. It's so boring that most of the time I just have to check the machines are still running. The only problems I ever have are with the bloody fuse box. For some reason, the fuses don't last longer than a week. No matter how many reports I send to Jordan, the Taffer isn't doing bugger all about it. I miss working with Fen. He would sing and do impersonations while we worked, and Fridays down the tavern were a hoot. But he always wanted to be more than a machine operator, so he joined a traveling circus to become a bard. Way to go, Taffer. I've heard about some kind of plague spreading outside the city. I guess the pagans are at it again. Should things get worse, I can always sleep in the office if necessary. I haven't seen anyone over the last few days. I guess the mechanists have other things to do than worry about the sewer systems. Hopefully there's no way to get infected if I stay here and wait for things to settle down. Well, praise the builder. We have a new record. This fuse only managed to last a measly 40 hours. Unbelievable. This is not a plague. I'm afraid to go outside. I've tried to make sense of it, but my mind goes blank. It's so dark out there and I hear screams in the distance. They're coming fast. I don't know what to do. Could they be the Baron's enemy? The pagans? I hear strange noises in the sewers. I think I'll stay here. I don't want to take any risks. Here is a fuse. So that is the one we're going to use on the fuse box. And that will enable the lever to be operated. And the door is going to start opening. Now, when the door starts opening, there is a beast or a hellhound going to appear, breaking through this closest gate here. We can escape from its view, but there's no way we can leave through that door because it takes so long to open without getting spotted by him. So what we're going to have to do is going to be a supreme bust. We're going to have to drop in behind him and push him forward so that we can sneak out unnoticed. I don't want to get seen by him. Now what I'm going to try to do is something that I haven't done before. We flip this first, then put the fuse in. Yeah, that's not going to make a difference. See, there he is. Okay. So I think I'm going to do that actually, because then we end up leaving it in its original position even. So you saw the beast there. So we can escape up the stairs. It's going to look around a little bit, but that's a scripted behavior. And then it's going to end up facing north. And we're going to have to drop in behind it and push it. Here's that. Okay, so we can't do it. Here we are. It sees that too. All right. Didn't mean to drop that far down. Now it has a weird positioning. It It does like a little weird jerk every once in a while, and that's when, if you push against it, it'll move. See there? So I'm going to have to push it a little bit at an angle out right now and then go straight in behind it. So this might take a little while, so of course, if you don't want to watch this, then go ahead, skip past. Go. So we have to move it at an angle to get in behind him properly. Now the problem is that even though we can sneak out undetected, we are not going to be able to prevent hunt mode from this beast when we drop into the water in the next room. That is just not going to be able to be avoided. I ended up pushing him all the way over into the corner past the staircase and then dropped 30 times into the water, and every single time he was walking around looking for me afterwards. So that is not going to be possible for us to avoid. So we will get a ghost bust here. But in my opinion, it's better to only get heard instead of getting seen. I think getting seen is probably the worst bust, but there's no doubt in anybody's mind that you were there. But if they hear something, hearing something could be from anything. You know, anything dropping into the water would make a sound. So I don't think we've gotten any alerts at all from this guy yet, which is kind of nice. So I'm not going to push him any further than what we need to get out there. I'm not going to spend extra 15 minutes just getting it over into the corner, but trust me, I've done this many, many times. If you guys are able to find a way to drop into the water without making any noise. The problem is that we don't have anywhere to attach a rope arrow, and we don't have a sword or a blackjack. I know that sometimes they can be used to break falls. This is perhaps a little bit of a tedious start to that, to the run, but it is what it is. Can't go in there, by the way. I really wish you could close the gate, because then we could have blocked the sound, but you can't. probably need to get him over to between the staircase and the corner where the generator is. I'm guessing. He seems to have higher sensitivity on its left side rather than its right side. Let me just check. For me, the audio is very loud or very high. Let's do that, I think. Probably close. The problem is that I don't want him to see us when we drop into the water. Which he kind of will if we leave him here now. So yeah, I pushed him all the way onto that little collapsed bridge there from above, and all the way into the corner by the corner beam. That he heard. I was messing around here. The rest of the mission is actually pretty straightforward. Fairly easy. There's a few more of these in town. So we're going to get up to the streets now that you might recognize from Greenbay. And some more of these beasts will trigger and spawn as we take some of the food supplies. But they're predictable. All of them, except for one, are patrolling. Stationary ones are always the most difficult ones to deal with. We're probably right about there now, being able to leave here. One more jump and then I think we're good. There. So he does see us. He's not facing north directly. It's angled a little bit to the west, it looks like. That's why. As you can see, now we're dark. So he sees us there too. Stay on this side, we might be able to do it. See. Now we can drop into the water, and then we surface right away and we'll hear him walking around. Do you hear those stomping sounds? He doesn't look for long, but he always makes those, which indicates that he's walking. And that, of course, is a hunt mode second alert. So I have not been able to avoid that, so that is a ghost bust for us, unfortunately. But at least he only heard us, or heard something. He didn't see us. So there we are. Let's be on our way. We don't need to surface for air there. We can just go straight down here. There's nothing to pick up in the water. Here we go, and we emerge in the sewers that we might remember from Greenbay.
I'd better be cautious.
So here's one of the ladders. This was the door that had a ladder behind it that went up to Quince's apartment in Greenbay, if you remember that. Now we get into the sewers. So behind this door, there's actually another beast, and it'll be released once we cross a trigger point, which I'm not going to do just yet. Okay, so here are the 4 storage rooms that you might remember. 2 of these are pickable. We don't need to pick any of them. go in through this one. And in here there is a statue beside the mattress. Total 15. First piece of loot. Because you can get to the other storage rooms by sort of a network of vents here. And in this one there's nothing really to pick up. 2 Moss arrows only in the ceiling. And that'll be it. Come out the other side here. I'm not going to do that because I think I will trigger the beast then. Let's see. This is also open. This is not a food and water bag, but this is what it would look like. In this you have a flash bomb. If we go in here, we have a rug. And that is worth 150, total 165. Oh yeah, this will take us back to where we were earlier. Okay, so we're going to go down here. Here's a door. Here's another exit. This door is pickable. We're not going to need to go in there. There's no loot in there, but readable. By the builder, I can't believe I managed to get my hands on these silence potions. It was said the formula was lost decades ago, not even the mages were able to recreate them. But then this strange guy from Roxburgh gave me 4 of them. I tried one and it really works. He traded them for a whole crate of food. It was for a trip to an island or whatever. I need to resupply the store now, but I don't care. That was probably the greatest deal of my life. These potions are priceless. I could be rich. Must be careful though, I've used one already and I'll study another one to see if I can discover the formula. I should be able to find someone to buy the remaining 2, but only for the right price. I must keep them safe, so I'd better hide them in my storage location down in the sewers. I think the Circle will be highly interested in these. Something bothers me though. That guy was a bit weird looking. I thought he was a thief at first, but he had such a pale skin. Maybe a mage or something. He said he had fled from a plague and was in a hurry. He seemed stressed. He didn't even bother to haggle over the price of his potions. I haven't heard about any kind of a plague. I think it's extremely unlikely it will reach the city. Whatever, I've just made a small fortune. Okay, so here you have a pickable box, and that's where the 2 silence potions are. There. And they work just like any other potion, but they remove the noise you make. They probably last like 10 seconds. Yeah. They actually last quite a bit. Alright. So in the box here in this room is also a flare. 2 flares, and also a rope arrow. So we could take this 1 rope arrow because we are going to need one. But I don't want to pick the lock on this door to get to it. And there's another one that you don't need to pick an extra lock. It is in a locked room, but there's also loot in that room. So we're going to end up picking that lock no matter what. Okay. So we're going to move into this room now. And now that door is soon going to break open. And we have that beast that's going to come out. So I'm going to end up being a little bit careful here. Here's our first bag. Here's a sword. We don't need that. we don't need to go that way. This is the door that was broken open now. He's not going to come back in here at all. But he will come in the distance there. So in here we can find another footlocker with an artifact, total 185. So we took our first food and water supply bag right now. So now we're going to leave. Not sure if you heard that. I bumped into the... go up here, actually. No, that's not where we're going to go. He saw me there. Yeah, this is the way we're going. So we can go up the stairs there, then you come to the northeast corner of the map. Oh yeah, forgot to tell you guys that there's a map in this mission. You don't see a map of the sewers, so it won't be applicable until now. We're going to come up here in the northeast corner. There's also 4 close-ups of each of the corners. But this is fine enough to see the whole map. So if we had taken the stairs up, we would come out just south of the shop. We're going to go up the secret passageway, and then we come in behind the shop. Specific reason why I want to do that.
Finally, Greenbay Quarter. I remember the access to the docks is southwest from here. But first I need to find some food.
So we've now found our way out to Greenbay Quarter. Here is a little wooden door, shutters, and that has the key to the shop. As you might recognize this area from Greenbay, of course. Here's the golden shred. Stewed fruits and fine sauces. Here's a second food and water supply bag. So some healing potion, some food. There is a flare up there. And there is the first piece of loot in town. And then there's also some loot in this, I believe. Yep, purse worth 100, total 335. And now we can lockblock the door and drop the key back here. And then we can leave. There we go. So we are going to make our way west now and then south, because the rope arrow, there's only one rope arrow in town that I know of. That's in this building just north of Zach's. We're not going to go down here because that triggers another patrolling beast, which is going to come up here and go back and forth. This is Flint. I always found that very, very creepy. It sounds like somebody's actually walking towards me. Here's a flash bomb right here, and a statue. This is a pickable door, and we're going to have to pick that. There's loot at the top. Up here, there's a purse worth 100, total 435. And this door is blocked, so we can't go in there this way. When we come back, now the statue has moved. That is so creepy. And actually, this statue, if you touch it, it'll deal damage. So that we can't do. It's not a bust to have it move, but... There we go. This was open. We can't even close it. Now we can go to the top floor, but we do need a rope arrow for that. So I'm going to wait a little bit and go back and do that. Head over here, so we're now in the northwest section. Let me see, just a second. Here's an apartment with a readable. Susie, I'm begging you, please repair this Victrola. You say it works fine, but every now and again it plays by itself for no reason. It wakes me up at night, and these days it happens more than usual. I swear I can hear whispers coming from it. It really creeps me out. It sounds evil, and I fear it's having an influence on me. If you don't want to repair it, sell it or burn it. It just keeps that accursed thing away from me. Peter. So that's this Victrola. In here is another statue and a gold candlestick, total 500. There's a bed and there's another purse over on the windowsill, total 600. Nothing in here. That is creepy indeed. So in the kitchen there's a bottle of wine, some food, and our third bag of food and water. I think this triggers a beast outside, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe it doesn't. Whoa. Okay. So we are going to this apartment right now. Okay, good. And this is a flash bomb, I believe. And over here are 2 flares, a pile of coins, total 725, and our 4th food and water supply bag. Okay. We also need to get up there. But we need a rope arrow to do that. I'm gonna go get that rope arrow right now. Oh, he saw me. Or it saw me. Good, we're gonna go in here. That's just a sound that is played, it's not somebody actually hearing me or seeing me. Because in this room, we do have a rope arrow. I believe it's in this cabinet, actually. No, it's not. There's a person here. Yep. Total 825. And then in this, I think there are 3 flares. And in this room here, well, a couple of pieces of fruit here as well. In this room, there is a single rope arrow. It's the best one to take if you want to stay supreme clean. So this is Zach's apartment right here. On this balcony, you also have a bottle of wine and a goblet, total 890. Okay. I'm going to show you something else too here. Can hear a beast. Nobody heard me there. That they hear. Need to mantle up this. Good. Jump up here. We have a Taffer Award, which you can't read, but it gives you another objective. Congratulations, you really are a Taffer. And you can't drop it back, no, as far as I know. See, I get low frame rates up here. Let's try to run into a mantle instead. There we go. I think that was an alert, to be honest with you. Yep. Over here. Can also run into Zach's attic. Pick a lock on, or pick the lock on this. We're not gonna go back into this area anyway. And there's a pile of coins in there worth 261. Total 1151. This door down here to Zach's is locked and pickable. I'm not going to want to pick that lock, so I'm going to head back now and cover the rest of the northern parts of the town, since I have a rope arrow. all the way back to Flint's apartment. Oh no. Sorry, I got attacked with phone calls right now, but I don't know if you guys heard that. Yeah, so I'm not sure. I saw that one was stuck. Alright, well we can deal with that. We don't have to go through that area again. We can go through here to get to Zach's. Yeah, that'll fix that problem. Okay, so this is the room that was blocked then earlier. Here we have... No, what am I doing? Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. Need this. Our 5th food and water supply here. And let's see. I'm going to show you guys something too. Something that is pretty cool. Up here, another secret or Easter egg. These are dark grenades.
Groovy.
Indeed. This is not something you need at all. But what it does is... drop it.
Join us now.
It'll create haunts. See if we can have that guy come back and we can see if there's a fight between them. You spawn haunts. They will fight on your side. They will obviously not be attacking you. Alright, well, you guys can try that on your own. We don't need to take it, obviously, so I'm not going to. Let's see, we took the 5th one. Yes, we did. Go back here. Okay, he didn't see me. Go up here and get a gold candlestick, total 1201. Now we can get in. Through this window here. And in here we have a small statue, 1241. We have a globe, 1321. In this next room we have an artifact. Then we get to a little bit of a situation. We have a locked door here. This is not a pickable door. This is a bedroom. Okay. Now there is a candlestick in there that we want, and there is a pickable cabinet. If we walk in there and get the candlestick, then there is another beast that is stationary that triggers. This beast here we cannot get by, so we have to leave through the kitchen. And the key to the kitchen is in the cabinet. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually not trigger the beast for now. So I can get that key for the kitchen. There, that's the kitchen key. Unlock the kitchen. Lock block it. Return the key like that. You can't return it to the inside of the cabinet. Now we can get the candlestick. Total 1406. And it doesn't alert to the doors closing. In here is another food and water supply. That's the 6th one. We need one more. And this cabinet is also pickable, and we'll have some more loot. You can do this after triggering that beast. But then you have to close the bedroom door when you pick open the cabinet and return the key. That's the only extra step there. 1456, that's perfect. We can leave through this area now. Okay. Let's make another real save. We only made one. Okay, so now we are in the far southwest. We are now in this plaza here. This door here is the one that we couldn't pick open because we alerted a guard in Greenbay. Now it's broken open, so we can go in and we can head to that library. This door you can't open.
Looks like something made it after all.
No, go away!
So these aren't... This is not actual stuff happening, it's just audio. Here's a rug. On this floor is also 3 candlesticks. and a globe. $18.36. Upper floor, you have another gold candlestick here. Second one here. And then in this room, you gotta head in from the northern side. And then there's 2 stacks of gold coins as well. Total 2,036. And then we have our 7th food and water supply. That checks off the food objective. Now, I'm going to read this. By the builder. I can't think of anything else. I need to write. I need to clear my mind. What are these creatures? They are so fast, so cruel. I've never seen such horrible things. They take the bodies with them. The more I think of it, the more I'm confused. They said it was a plague. Blood everywhere. What? I know it. This is the end. There's no way I can survive alone. They will find me sooner or later. They've already taken my Laura. I didn't protect her. I couldn't stop them. Oh, Laura. I must find a way out. I won't let them catch me. The docks are nearby. I will use a boat to leave this accursed city. The guard post is blocked, but there is a back door leading to the docks in an abandoned garden southwest from here. It's probably locked, though. I remember now, Gloria used to work in this library. She told me they had a spare key made up because some drunk guy kept losing it. Where could it be? Found the key. It was in the office at the entrance. I almost had a heart attack, though. I thought one of those monsters had caught a glimpse of me. Must have been one of those grubbers, though, because nothing happened. I need to calm down. I'm starting to see things, which is not helping. I'll need to gather myself and wait for an opportunity to make good my escape. But I have to make it across the street, and... So this is the key to the docks. Now, what's supposed to happen is you're supposed to trigger another beast downstairs. That one is outside. And that only happens if you come in from this end, because then Garrett will give a cue.
Well, I really am the last man standing now.
If you do that... The front doors are broken, and I think there's a beast in here somewhere. Or maybe just outside. So if we take the key like that, we're not going to trigger that at all. So now we can leave without any further beasts having triggered. We're going to come back and return that key, and then we will reset the elevator as well. Okay, so recording this part here the next day, and the cold has hit my voice a little bit more, so hopefully that isn't too frustrating. I'm at the tail end of the cold, and it always hits my voice at the end. So this is the building that we couldn't get into in Greenbay because of the stationary guard. And in here, there's another food and water supply bag. That's the 8th one. There's a loaf of bread too. We gotta pick this. I think there's a mask in this one. Over here there are 3 stacks of gold coins, total 2111. No, 20. Yeah, 2111. And here's a mask, 2161. And over on the dock, we have the 9th bag. Food and water, a flash bomb, and a purse. 2261. Let's see. We want to head in here. Somebody see me there? And here's the final bag for gold. But behind that, there's a stack of silver coins. There's another stack too, isn't there? Yes. Stack of gold coins, 2298. Want to go over here next. In here. So we've now moved through the Green Tower Plaza to the east, and we're now going to hit a couple of apartments here, and that's pretty much it. Sure what that is. Here there's a gold goblet, just like there was in Greenbay. And then we can mantle up into the garden. There are 4 coins in the fountain, or in the little pool. Total 2343. Now, we're going to go to this apartment next, but as soon as we leave the garden, there's going to be another dog that's going to spawn, so I have to be a little bit quick. It's coming right here. That's why I wanted to wait with this area until quite late. Now we can pick the lock on this door. Go. Loaf of bread. Then there's a pickable cabinet as well. And here is a pile of coins. Total 2418. And there's only one more piece of loot left. So now we're going to head into Zach's again. So we can do through his window.
My friend Zach used to live here. Looks like he didn't make it either.
Yeah, I don't think he did. Okay, so in his kitchen, you can find a bottle of wine. That's 24.68. That's all the loot. Congratulations. Despite the situation, you found all the loot left in the quarter. A thief nonetheless. This is the door that the key works on. Let's read this. Spen, this is the last time. The key will stay at the library nearby, and you'll have to ask someone to open the door for you from now on. This month, we've had to change the key 3 times. Scott told me he found a pagan messing with the machines, that he had one of the keys you lost. This is your last warning. If you're caught drunk again, you're out on your arse. So we have to block this door, and then return the key. Essentially the last thing we're doing. Okay. I'm not sure why I can't mantle up here. I did that last time easily. Alright. Guarantee you I did that last time. Maybe we can... Maybe it's only from the other side I can mantle, I'm not sure. So if we had triggered that extra hound inside the library, that would have been a lot more difficult now. Oops. There we go. And then, of course, raise the elevator. It's required for Supreme to reset everything, return everything. Anything that can be reset. If it can't be reset, it's not a bust. Now we're going to have a little bit of a problem when we leave to the docks. There we go. Because after we get into the waterway here, let me just check. Good. We got everything. And that's locked. After we get into the water, there are 4 more hounds that's going to spawn behind us and keep running after us to the end. They're not, alerted to us, but they can if they see us. But we can hide behind some of the pillars in the side here. We have to run a certain distance and then hide before they get close to us.
Not again. I'd better run, and fast.
That was too close. I went too close to the light sources. You have to be a little bit careful there.
Not again. I'd better run, and fast.
They don't all go the same speed, which is a little bit annoying. Yeah, they're all... It's all bright behind this one, so we have to get to the end here. This guy goes super fast. Probably could have gone there, actually. Yeah, we're good. We didn't get spotted there. Awesome. All right. So that was a failed ghost run of A Better Tomorrow because we couldn't avoid the first hellhound hearing us when we dropped into the sewers from the initial basement. But good mission nonetheless, and I do like DRK's missions, the style, which is very unique. But like I said, next time we're going to go to Lost in the Far Edges by Solitaire. Let's see. Stats, 57 minutes, 16 seconds. We found all the loot, 2468. No pockets picked, locks picked 13. It's a high amount, but that's what we need. Backstab 0, knockout 0, no damage dealt or taken, no healing taken, nothing and nobody killed, no iron beast destroyed or disabled, and no secrets. So there we have it. Let me know what you guys think. I have a few more missions left. I think it's 3 or 4. And then we're going to go back to finishing the campaigns that we've started. Seven Sisters, maybe Gems of Providence, Runes of Virginia, and also Keeper of the Prophecies. So yeah, until next time, thank you guys for your support, and stay safe. Bye-bye.